there is, I believe, a fox staring dead at me. And they went away. To think I used to be scared of these type of things as a kid is absolutely bizarre, I must say. But it is relatively dark in the morning. You know, I like to have my videos in black and white. But to quickly, just showcase, it's a dark morning in England. And this video is more so, I'm actually going to find a seat. Guys, I think that fox is terrified. It keeps looking at my direction of angle, where I seem to be going. Let's try capture a shot. Yep, off it goes. Yeah, oh my goodness. Maybe that's one kind of, hold on, you guys don't see what I'm seeing right now. But maybe that's one con of, filming in the dark. And that con being, there's a lot of foxes in the night. They just have tendencies to pounce out of nowhere. And here in particular, this parking area, the thing is, it's very, I wouldn't necessarily say dark, but more so there's just a lot of people. No, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but it's very dark, so you never know when a fox can show up. Thank God, in this nature we live in, size matters. One con of filming, also with a torch, it blurs my vision, so I'm practically invisible for quite a few seconds in terms of what I'm able to see and what I cannot see. So unless I turn the torch this way, and even then, it's still really dark. So my idea of wanting to, so even then I don't even know what that was. Yeah, I'll probably walk around and have a talk. Even then, it's me sitting here. I know the foxes won't attack me or anything, but again, I need my peace of mind too, right? I don't even think you guys can see any of that. All the more reason why I will get up and I just speak to you guys for 30 minutes, and I'm going to be talking about, the realities of being 18 years old. And the realities of being 18 years old, guys, you're an adult. And I know because I certainly don't feel as though I will be telling you what I mean. I don't feel like an adult yet, fully mature. I do believe I'm on the right path. I actually strongly believe in terms of mentality, I'm way ahead because I seek knowledge from many people, whether that be through content consumption, courses, affirmation calls, all those stuff. I'm just absorbing content from people who are older than me, and I see it as a brilliant way to get a step ahead of people. And I guess you could argue life being a competition or not. I do think it has some form of truth to that. We all want things right, and we need to seek knowledge, because Hosea 4:6 says, "Thy perish with lack of knowledge." I know I butchered it, but I paraphrased it, and I do believe. No, I do know it was something along the lines of that. Guys, this is so dark. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. There's this stereotype in England that, oh, so good. It's not. If you're wearing the clothes that flash out too much, if you're associated with the wrong people, then you have the right to worry about that shit. Because you put yourself in that position, and it's a stupid move. Sometimes it's peer pressure, but in general, nothing's bad's gonna happen to you. I digress. I want to speak upon, pretty much the real world. 2 days ago, the video I posted about, it was me, I was having a run, and it was me prior to having a run. It was essentially me documenting myself after jacking off and getting the 4.5 mile run, well, a little over 4.5 miles in right after. And then I told you guys how good I felt afterwards that day. Oh, yeah, in that video I briefly told you I had to get a passport. Well, not a passport, I already do have a passport. I keep butchering words today. What the fuck's going on? I told you guys I had to get an Oyster card, I had to buy an Oyster card. And my mom said she'll do it for me. I was waiting. She said it a few days ago, a week passed by. And I understand mums are busy, parents are busy, you gotta work hard. Shit happens. And I was just thinking to myself in my head, stop being a fucking bitch and go buy it yourself. Stop waiting on mummy. You're 18. And so I did that. It was scary. I was contemplating about the entire run. What if, when you don't do something for the first time, it's always gonna seem pretty hard. So yeah, that was me. I was just contemplating oh, the train station, what if this declines, what if this declines? Either way, the card declined when I was trying to top up and everything. I inserted my debit card, my debit card. It didn't take the cash for some, I don't know, I stumbled for some reason. It's just stupid, it's imaginary, scary thought in my head that never existed. I want to see if I'm recording. Yes, we are recording. But yeah. And so, it didn't work, but I called for help. I like that. I look back with no regrets, as uncomfortable as it was. Because at least I spoke to people, and this was coming from an introvert, and I'll forever be an introvert, and I take pride in that. But the misconception people have about introverts is we tend to use it as an excuse to not speak to people, which is bullshit. You can still speak to people. Haven't said this often, I've probably only said it once, but I have a passion for learning languages, and I want to be a polyglot, so someone who speaks 4 languages. French, je peux pas un peu français maintenant, as-tu pu entendre? Je ne sais pas, mais peut-être les lyriques et dans les... How do you say settings in French? Setting, je ne sais pas. Mais si vous pouvez les cliquer, vous pouvez entendre ce que je parle, parce que je connais que probablement français n'est pas vos premières langues, alors je peux comprendre ça, mais c'est juste la vérité que je peux pas français. Peut-être, mais français n'est pas couramment, mais c'est mieux que rien d'autre. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just have to pay your dues, and you know, you have to really show that you can speak a bit, and so others don't call you out on your bullshit. I did start learning German about 2 months ago. Hallo, wie geht's? Ich heiße Gordon and ich komme aus London. Es geht's? Yeah, so like I say in French, hopefully, let me do Japanese. Yonkoso. Watashi no namae wa Gordon desu. Yoroshiku no kodarikimasu. Now I actually don't know Japanese. The words from Japanese were all from the thousands of anime I've watched for the past 12 years, and it will stick to my subconscious psyche. But I actually started learning German about 2 months ago, and I'm aware you need to live like shit for a period of time, and that's me right now, honestly. We're in a dead end, we can't go. I hope my camera's right, honestly. I'd hate for you guys to watch 1 second, turn off my camera. I'd hate for you guys to watch a poor quality video. I don't know how much time I have. How much time do I have? Alright, no, we still have time, but I want to make it concise and, you know, you can get to the point. I hope you're enjoying this video. If you're still here, I respect you, man. Yeah, as I was saying, let's end with the languages quick, because we can link it back to what the entire premise of the video is about. So, you have a passion for speaking languages, and I was just being hard on myself, and I was thinking, if you can't even speak your own native language in public, what the fuck makes you think that you're going to be able to speak the other 3? It just doesn't add up. You gotta run first before you walk, right? And so that's how I feel to myself. And so honestly, since the job I'm working in is primarily sales, you basically don't really have a choice but to speak to people. I mean, how are you going to sell people without speaking? It doesn't make sense. It's like learning how to run, but you don't know how to walk. You can't skip the process, right? You can't go from 5 years old and jump to 10 years old. That's 5 years of knowledge in the bit. So, you can't skip it, and I have to keep myself accountable in that regard, and really just get comfortable, you know, communicating with others, making that second nature, making that an easy thing, so it doesn't seem daunting anymore. It's just natural, because we all have the natural birthright to speak to people, and I don't know why we place limitations on ourselves in regards to that. It's probably along the lines of fear of being great. We're scared to change our identity, but when you're 18 years old like I am, you don't have a choice but to change your identity. Sorry guys. I was on the low set, and I was never considered the popular kid. Underdog. You're a typical underdog story, that's me. You know, everyone, yes, everyone spoke shit about me since I was 5 years old. Everyone thought I was disabled at one point, because it took me a lot longer to learn than usual. That I couldn't speak properly, I couldn't speak English properly, despite that being my first language. And it took me a lot longer than other people. But now, fast forward 13 years later, I can speak English fluently, I don't speak in shitty slang. I use good words. Ironic because I said shitty, but I need to get my point across. When I say good words, I mean, I don't speak like, yo, bruv, mate, yeah, blood. I don't speak like that. That's your typical English slang, but I'd say I made good progress then. No, I don't have a huge following, but I can definitely say that I most definitely inspired at least one person on this channel. And if that's no one external, certainly inspired me to keep going, to keep crushing it. And I like being out of college because I'll shift this on to secondary school. I also got a lot of shit from people also, you know. Okay guys, I have no idea what happened, but my camera seems to have stopped working. That doesn't matter anymore because I don't see them anymore. And I always had this mindset. When I was 16, I always told myself, Golden, you're going through a hard time now. I know GCSEs are hard. They're really hard. It truly seems like it's the end of the world. The pressure these teachers are putting onto you is unbelievable. But it made me... I was able to put my head on my ass and focus. Head down, eyes up. Wait. Work high, work your heads low. And I did what had to be done. It's not a problem anymore. You can't let people... You know, you can't let people dictate your life. I had this false limiting belief because I'm getting into sales, right? I had a sales interview today and the location was near my college. I had this false limiting belief. Oh, what if my former teachers from college see you and make a comment or judge you? They don't care. You're not special, Golden. And I have to tell myself that in my journal. I have to tell myself, Golden, you're not special. Who do you think you are? Why do they care about you? You're just a person just like everyone else. Who do you think you are to be getting approached by all these people? What have you accomplished in your life? And I have to be honest with myself. And I just almost have to tell myself, no one, what they're going through. I flat out said in my journal, no one gives a fuck. Everyone's fucked up. Everyone's got their own problems. So I can't afford to waste this mental bandwidth of caring about what people think. And the funny thing is, I broke another false limiting belief. And I'm going to talk about another one. But we'll talk about this one now. That being, I went and I told you guys how I cut off my college friends, right? I had nothing against them, but I don't relate to them, so I had to cut them off. Love you guys, but you have to go. I had a force them to be thought if I see them again. And I told myself, they're probably in university. They're probably working. So why would they see you at this hour? So that my interval is like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. times, something along the lines of that. They're probably working. Why would they be here? And why would they even give a fuck to comment about you going through your grind? We're too busy, man. We don't have time to be talking shit about people. We really don't. We don't. I certainly don't, because, hey, I have a lot of holes in my life that need to work. And that's Daily Mail self-improvement, trying to figure shit out. Putting pieces together. That's me. That's all of us. That's probably why you're still watching this video and why you relate to me so much. We're all struggling, we're all fucked up. We're trying to become less fucked up. Become better people. Seeking knowledge, and we need to fail over and over again. I'm not scared of failing anymore. I was always scared of the train. Public transport, the train. I was so used to taking the bus, as you can see right now. So used to it. And I was just contemplating, I was just telling myself, no matter how much mental, like, you know, I wouldn't say, yeah, mental barriers, mental challenges, false limited beliefs are going on in your brain. You gotta take it at some point. And I was thinking, what would, like, 25-year-old me want? What would 30-year-old me want? Oh, you're gonna take public transport easily, right? I agree. That's what I said. I want to take it easily. And then whenever I take the train and whatnot, I always get so scared. All these scary thoughts, the place is so big, it's fucking massive. But I went there, either way. And I made sure I had an extra hour on my hand, so it doesn't really interrupt with the schedule, the interview or anything, so I had to get that out of the way. So I did that, so I still had time to spare in the cases, if I was to fuck up, when, you know, screw up, I could always take the bus again. But I just wanted to put myself through that level of discomfort. So, you know, I can put in my cookie jar. Your cookie jar is a metaphor that David Goggins uses, which basically implies how you got in you, how badass you are when, you know, times get rough and I did that again yesterday, taking the train. So you guys, from your perspective, it's probably like, oh yeah, train's so simple. But coming from somebody who barely takes it, bro, it's a big deal to me. And hey, honestly, I give myself pats on the back for that. So I did that. I was gonna tell you something else, but I just forgot. I may have to put the camera down. Remember what that was. By the way, guys, I also want to say, right now is me also not caring. As I'm filming right now, I'm getting these thoughts in my head. Hey, people think you're weird going for film. I don't care. If it means, and I'm even saying the certain because I don't even know, and I don't even care. But if it means the 10, 15, let's say 50 people I walk past find me weird, or this video could hit 1,000 people, I think that's a worthy trade-off. It's like if, you know, you were to have a tough boxing match. Let's use that metaphor as an example. You were to have a tough boxing match, but you got the knockout in the end. You got a lot more fans in return, and you got a lot more money. You can feed your family. I think that's a worthy trade-off. You're gonna get hated regardless of the industry you're in, so we gotta work it in. How to get in. But me paying public transport, it's like, wow. And this is the main part I want to get to, is that, man, I actually need to manage money now. Like, I've been doing it since last year, 2022. I mean, 2023, 2022. But I need to take it a lot more seriously because everything is a cost. I always said this to myself, and I always said this to my mom. Nothing in this world is free. You gotta pay for everything. You gotta work for everything, man. Nothing in this world is free. Nothing. Of course you gotta pay for public transport. That's valuable. It takes you from point A to point B times faster than our own walking pace. Of course you're gonna pay for that. Of course you're gonna pay for a plane. You see that? There's a cat. Oh. The aura is definitely a lot less, how would I say intimidating, because I'm not scared of the other animal, but a lot less intense, I'd say. It's just very, yeah, life at 18 is very humbling. I'm a full-on adult now. I can't take free public transport anymore. I need to worry about bills. I need to worry about money. You know, there are certain things when you're in primary and secondary school, you know, you have those days where teachers just yell at you, they just shout. From our perspective as children, we just laugh it off. We don't know any better. But then when you're older, usually teenage years, where your mind really starts to open, you really start to put things into perspective and context as to why that person is angry. Yes, you can use a typical they had a shit day, but you start to relate to their problems even more. That person may have had 2 people just taking the piss out of them in the morning, and they just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. They may have less than $1,000 in their bank account, and then they come to school and you're giving that shit as the student, and it's like, ah, fuck. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And sometimes it's just too much for these teachers, and I hear it. I can imagine it's rough. My sales job is gonna be rough. Yeah, I'm optimistic, and yes, it is mainly informed optimism, because I haven't really gone after it yet in terms of working, but I know it's going to be good in the end. I don't believe optimism is just you think everything is going to be perfect. It's more so acknowledging roadblocks along the way, but so long as you stay in the fight, stay in the battle, you're going to get there in the end. That's how I believe optimism to be. Strongly. I'm going to try and remember what I was going to say. You know what, forget remembering what we're going to say, we're just going to freestyle this shit. So yeah, I'm gonna link it back to when I was talking about not caring. This is a big point which will link to just this video. It really reminds me how big the world is. And even now, in terms of not caring. Well, it's early in the morning right now. The torch is in my face. So even if you were to somehow be scared of, oh, what are people thinking, what are people thinking? Well, the torch is so bright in my face, I can't see anything else besides the camera lens and just pretty much darkness through my peripheral vision. So it's just all the more reason why I shouldn't care. And you just gotta remind yourself, everyone's got their own problems. They've got said it best. Like, everyone's fucked up. And even if you are overthinking, or if you're scared of filming in public, look at me. You may be thinking, oh, you make it effortless. Well, I'm scared also. But I still went after it. And that's the difference at the gym. I'm sure we'd all prefer not to go early in the morning. but it's the long-term benefits. This goes way further than just the body. I know us men, we all want the body, but man, the positive mindset, it's like, of course I got the body. We should all work on our mindsets first, and it's a very humbling experience to be age 18 years old, because we've been sheltered, and I knew this at 16, but I believe for most of us it really starts to slap you in the face at 18, maybe 21 for some of you, or maybe not, because you have to pay your own bills, buy an accommodation or whatnot, but I don't know, maybe 25 especially, definitely 25, but let's just say 18 for us all in general. We've been sheltered by our parents a lot, and we thank our parents, but we can't rely on them forever. We need to retire them. We need to give them a good life, because they've suffered for us. I'd imagine for the majority of us, they've worked their arse off, man. It's the holidays, you know? You think you're just going on a nice vacation, you're just gonna pull up to a plane and magical land of being the other countries in front of you. It's not until you grow up into your teenage years, and especially moving towards the adult years, you realize how many factors go into that trip. You need to check the places. You need to know which places are safe. You need to know what foods they're serving, because this generation, they give us some wicked foods, don't they? You can grow a keen on their face, especially countries like America. I went to Paris 5 years ago. I loved it. I wasn't thinking about all the other factors that go into a voyage, taking people out on a vacation. You need to find a hotel. You need to plan X amount of money so you can not only get to the area and survive for, you know, this could be contingent on the amount of weeks you want to live. Well, I guess you could say live temporarily, not visa. No, I say temporarily is the wrong word, but on how long you plan on staying in the area. Let's just say that, to manage, and then not only that, but to get back. It opens your eyes. Everyone did things for us. I remember when I had to first teach myself how to cook when I was in my teenage years. Man, I remember. It was an experience to say the least, but now it's second nature. My mum used to always do that for me. She doesn't do that anymore. She used to always wipe my ass. I used to always have to wait in the toilet. And my mum would be eating. I'd say, "Mom, can you wipe my ass?" She'd always have to bath me. I'd be washing. You know, you have to throw water. You can't really... This was 10 years ago. I was even worse by myself. My mum had to do that. I remember Christmas Day 2014, my first ever Christmas. I was taking a bath in the tub, and I was calling my mum to just clean me. I had to wait. I was 8. 10 years later, today. Well, not 10 years later today, but you guys know what I mean. I have adult privileges now. I can work, I can cope. And from my perspective, well, for the majority of 18-year-olds, I can imagine that being kind of a shock. Don't get me wrong, you're informed, but there's a different type of shock when you're in the life. I don't know. Like, it's further emphasized. No one cares about your problems, and only the winners win. The winners who want to put in the work in whatever area of life that may be. You know. So if you're doing shit, no one cares. If you're winning, people respect you. It's black and white, man. It's black and white of society. You either have it or you don't. You don't have it, I don't want to be with you. You have it, it's like, yeah. It's like, you know, how can I learn something? How can I get value? I'm actually going to Shoreditch now. But that's how the world works. That's how it is. I do that filming in the night. It's, well, in terms of, I guess you could argue, filming in the night is a lot easier, because even if you do, like me, have thoughts of, oh, what are people thinking? First of all, I'm happy I'm even showing courage, but I have a torch on, so even if I am thinking it, I'm not going to see these people in the next minute, because I'm going straight, we're going down paths. And like I said earlier, the torch blocks our vision. My peripheral vision, our vision, assuming you're doing this also. And obviously, you know, daytime being a nightmare because it's just so fucking everyone in front of you. It's absolutely mad. Crazy. I don't know how long this video is, but I thought I had to get something out there. It's been a while. Audio's been corrupted, file full. So I just had to, just work things out here and there. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I may or may not do kind of sense to the cut. Speaking of vision, I don't know about you guys, but it is awfully dark. I cannot see a thing. From my vision, I can't, because when you're staring at a torch for too long, it's kind of hard to even see anything. So I have to make sure I don't crash, because that'd be an absolute shit show. So I don't want that to happen. But yeah, that is one cool thing. And just in this perspective, it could be good or bad. I don't know. But the time is really early, guys. It is less than 6:30 in the morning, believe it or not. I'll put colour again, just so you guys get. Yeah, despite it being dark, you best believe I'll never miss dog shit. Hell no. Never step on that. But yeah, last of all, to end it off, the world was always like this. It seems it's a shock to us now, being 18 years old, 21 years old, 25 years old. You just graduate college or university. I don't know about you, but you're out of college now. Oh, to get those even a few years younger, it seems it's a shock. You gotta get used to it, man. Life is a cruel world. It's sink or swim. It really is. I have to remind myself sometimes that I'm not a kid anymore, and it is kind of sad at times. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you gotta get on with it, man. I don't know if it. Oh look, dead end. Right, that's done. Yeah, like I was saying, it really is sink or swim. We gotta make something of ourselves. But I actually can't see nothing right now. I tell you guys, I cannot see a thing. Honestly. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm not too far from the park I want to go to, but man, the world was always like this. The quicker you mature, the quicker you'll be able to adapt. And personally, guys, I love it, because I've been mentally prepared for this life 2 years ago. Honestly, I've been ready to be an adult since I was 16 years old. I remember I'd always go to high school and go, I don't want to be here. I want to work. I want to produce value online. I want to inspire people. Especially college. I feel mentally like an adult. You go to college and it's just like, it's draining another year or two. It's a long day. The quicker you can mature, the quicker you can become successful. And success isn't always finance, guys. The world makes you want. The world will convince you that success is only economics, and that's a major factor. And I'm not saying you shouldn't chase money, because I am, and you should have easier to build your life up there. There's certain things money can't buy, and we have to get that own life experience. So we're going to suffer now and live the rest of our lives as a champion. That's what Muhammad Ali said. So now I'm going to train. I don't think I'm going to film it, honestly. It's just the same thing again and again. Maybe if my muscle up increases, I don't know. But I just wanted to get this point across, talk about how life's like being 18. Be certain movies. I love watching movies. I probably won't be able to watch some movies anymore. I've got to manage time, I've got to meal prep. All these skills, and it's going to teach you discipline and resilience. And you're not going to live like shit forever, so long as you're doing the right things. Obviously, I don't know about you, but I'll make income online. But in these early days, it's going to teach me a lot. So I'm going to embrace it with open arms and not be sad about it. I'm going to enjoy it, because soon, before you know it, I'm going to be 30, 35, looking back on these awesome days, which serves as a foundation to future success. That's all for today. I hope you gained something. Comment down below what you thought, and yeah. Peace. I'm going to train now, so yeah.